Yo, what's going on, fam? Hope everyone's having a great day, blessed day. The purpose of me making this video today is because I wanted to touch on something that I have mentioned in one of my other videos that I was talking about the train derailments and everything that's going on. Uh, as far as the contamination of our water supply and the food supply and the air and everything that's been going on. Um, Now, the reason why I feel that this is an important topic is because I don't want to be misunderstood because of what I said. Um, I was talking about these supposed accidents. I call them sabotages um, that are happening in the United States and in many countries throughout the world. I was mentioning certain distractions, and a few distractions that I had mentioned were sports, concerts, uh, TV shows, programs, and stuff like that. You know, and no, I don't want to rub certain people the wrong way or think that I'm criticizing them uh, they watch sports or listen to music or whatnot. I just want to emphasize on my point and make it clear that what I was talking about is not being distracted from the things that really truly matter in this world and that actually affect us, our livelihoods, our well-being, uh, our society, and things as such. Um, a lot of us get caught up in those distractions, and a lot of times we put those distractions before our priorities, before things that are of importance. And I know because I used to be one of those people. Uh, I'm a diehard New York fan. Like Yankees, New York Giants, Knicks, you name it. You know what I'm saying? I even got the big ass Yankee emblem tattooed on myself. That just shows you how far I was into it. And like I would miss work to watch a game. Like if the Giants were playing or the Yankees were playing and I had to work that day, I would call into work and tell them I was sick or I had something else to do, and I would miss out on earning money that I needed. And I put that aside to watch sports. Um, I put aside times that I could have spent with family. I put aside times that I spent with real good friends uh, because I thought at the time that sports were more important to me. I was such a diehard fan. I mean, there are other fans out there that are even worse than me. I mean, they get into fights with other fans over their teams, like physical altercations and stuff that happen like in the Bay Area, especially like at the Dodgers games or the San Francisco Giants games and stuff like that. Them fans really get into it. But the thing is, you know, it's not worth investing your time in if it's going to cost you money or progress. And the reason why I'm saying this is because sports are rigged. I don't know how many of you out there know about this, but sports are rigged. Uh, it's entertainment. Okay, once you get to professional level, it's entertainment. Okay, and there's a lot of truth in this, and a lot of people coming out with this information about sports being rigged, and they're showing videos of certain plays being missed purposely, um, and referees making bogus calls and stuff like that to help other teams win. Now the thing is, they're rigged, they're scripted. That's why these major league players, these NBA players, that's why these people that play in major league sports, professional sports, get paid as much as they do. They get paid $300 million contracts over a 5, 6, 7 month year period. You know what I'm saying? 300 million. Like I know like a few players on my favorite team on the Yankees get paid that much. They get paid more than the president. They get paid more than the most skilled doctor in the United States in the world. They get paid more than any other profession that exists. Now you got to ask yourself, why is that? I mean, they don't even put their life on the line. This is not even a life risky job. Those are the jobs that should get paid. You should get paid that much money for when you're risking your life. But they play sports. They play games. Grown men play games, and they're getting paid millions and millions upon millions of dollars. Why is that? It's scripted. They have to follow a script that they're given at the beginning of their careers. Okay? And they choose what script they're gonna pick out of a variety of scripts that they offer them to choose from. That's where you get all the narratives in the beginning of the season or in the middle of the season. You see certain things happening, certain players, or they're missing games, and they're not even injured, but they, something. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, they're getting paid all these millions of dollars not to play the sports. They're getting paid all these millions of dollars to fool the people. Okay, to keep their mouths shut and to just follow the script. Because all in all, sports is just a major distraction to keep your attention on that specifically. So you won't be paying attention to what these corrupt politicians are doing behind the closed doors and changing laws and introducing new bills that is destroying our country, that it is affecting us, that they're trying to dominate and control the entire population and take away our God-given freedoms and the freedoms that were allowed to us by the Constitution of the United States. They're trying to undo all that so they can have complete control of everything. That's why they colonize every single damn country there is on the face of the earth, or they're still trying to do that. They're still trying to stick their nose into everybody's business. Like, they're trying to, force Africa and certain countries in Africa to follow LGBT guidelines and COVID guidelines and stuff like that they're doing over here in the western part of the world. And they're not for that. They're not about that because they know the truth. They're following what God wants us to do. And the United States wants to go and sanction them and depict them in the media like if they're wrong or if they're so anti humans and anti freedom because of their bringing to the attention of the people that, I mean, it's your choice what you want to be or what you want to do, but according to the law of God, He set the laws for a reason. Okay, and the people that are following the laws of God are not going to go for the stuff that social media and the regular media and these politicians and these people are pushing on us, because what they're trying to do is destroy us. They've been trying to destroy us since the beginning and wipe us completely off the face of this planet so they could stay with it all themselves. More for them, less for us, you know? But as long as we're here, we're consuming everything, and there's not enough to go around. So the less people that exist, the more of everything is left for them, you know. And as long as we're distracted with, the music industry, with Hollywood, with sports, with all these things that don't give us back anything positive in return, that doesn't help us progress in life, that holds us back, that actually takes money out of our pockets, takes time away from us so we could spend it with the people that we really love and the people that really matter in our lives, with our children. You know, these players that are millionaires, billionaires, they could give a damn less about any of us. Like, I mean, we're diehard fans, like those of us that are, or that had that mentality, and some of us that still do nowadays. I mean, you'll fight another person over your team to represent them hardcore like that. But if it came down to it, if one of those players on your favorite team knew that you were short on your rent in 1 month, or you were going to get evicted, or you didn't have any food to give to your kid because you were short on money or whatever urgent need that you might have. You think them ball players are gonna give a damn about you and reach out to you and be like, "Yo, here's a couple of G's. Let me help you out. You're a devoted fan. You hold us down. You watch all the games. You come to all the games. We see you out there. Let me do something back for you. I got it like that, so it's the right thing to do." They ain't gonna do that. And then we, as God's people, we following these people like we're idol worshiping by doing that. You know that, right? They're idols. That's why all these ball players and these singers and these rappers and these Hollywood stars are their idols. I mean, just look at the language, in the shows itself. Like American Idol. I mean, Idol is in the fucking title. You know what I'm saying? And we worship these people by giving them all our energy, all our time. We choose to watch them and to applaud them and to cheer them and to push them on, and to see them do great things with their careers and their lives, and they're getting paid so much money for it while we're just sitting back and losing out on what we could be doing or what we could be gaining or accomplishing. You understand? So, that's the basic message. Just don't get caught up in these distractions. There's so many of them now. Like Netflix. Why is there so many channels? Like so many apps that you could watch, that you could pull up any movie you want from any time, and pretty much for free. And just you could binge watch whatever you want for days. Like I've known, friends close to me that have been watched, entire series over a whole weekend of time, like a whole period of time, like during the weekend, like I haven't done anything else. Just sit there and watch episode after episode after episode after episode. I mean, you got so much that you could choose from, so much that you could distract yourself from the troubles of this world and from what's really going on. And that's what they want to do. That's why they're providing it for you. That's why they want every single human person, every single human being in this world to have a cell phone. Because that's just a way to keep you busy, to keep your mind on something else that is irrelevant and doesn't matter. While everything else that's going around that's affecting us, we're not even seeing, because we got our faces looking down at the screens. We got, you know, our heads somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And if we're not aware of these things while they're happening right in front of our faces, in real time, the children of the future are going to be lost. You know, this country is going to end up being run by corrupt people is already being done, but it's going to be like a dominating order. Like they're talking about a new world order, one world government. They want the whole world to comply with one fucking government. You can't give one person that much power, or one group of people, a small group of people, so much power over the entire world or over a large population, because they're going to do always what's in their best interest. You know, it has to be of a collective mind, of from a collective amount of people that all are fighting for the same struggle, and it's got to be us. We got to make the decisions. We got to do what's right for us, because they have the least concerned and the least interest in helping us grow and be better and do better. That's why they're destroying our country from within, and for those of you who don't see it, you guys need to wake up, because like all this is happening at once. It's never been seen in my lifetime throughout the world until now. Like these past couple of years is has just been chaos, pure chaos, and it's continuing on a daily basis. Like, how many trains have been derailed, and all of them have had toxic material or something that has always been by a large body of water, which supplies the country with its drinking with its drinking water. like almost every single one, and there's been more than 8, 10 derailments, like in multiple cities, in multiple states. Um, and it's not being discussed. It's not being talked about on the main media. You have to look for it in certain news outlets, on the apps, on the phone, on social media, because they're not promoting it or talking about these things, not promoting, but talking about or discussing these things that are of grave importance to all of us on the news. They rather talk about what's happening with Donald Trump, or they rather talk about this court case with this actress Gwyneth Powell. I mean, this stuff does not matter at all. Like, who cares about what the hell is going on with these Hollywood actors? Who cares about what's going on with these baseball players? Who cares about what's going on with these stupid politicians that are just puppets and are just fucking following scripts? Who cares when we got our own problems? We got our own worries to care about. We got our own priorities to deal with. Like, who cares? They don't care about us. We need to start caring. We need to start caring about ourselves more. We need to start caring about our loved ones more. We need to start teaching our kids and showing them and talking to them about what's going on, so they won't be taken advantage of by these evil people in the near future. Okay? Because once we're gone, there's not going to be anyone to show them. And that's another reason why they're wiping out all the old people with that COVID shit. Because that's the population that it affected the most, the older majority, the older people. And those are the people that have all the knowledge about everything before, that they could teach us, they could show us, especially about morals, that there's no morality that exists in the world anymore. Barely. Like, no one has no morality. No one has any decency. No one cares. Everyone is violent, selfish, anti-God, and not everyone, but the majority of the people, and it's unprecedented. Like, I've never seen the world in this situation before, and it's saddening to see so many people that are lost. And I don't judge, because I used to be one of those people that are lost, and thank God He made a call into me, and I found myself, and in finding myself, I found Him, and I've grown ever since. And it's changed my whole life. It's changed who I am and everything that I am and everything that I was. Like, the way I grew up with so much suffering and so much violence and so much aggressive natures. Like, it's all bullshit. I grew up with the gangs, with that kind of life, that gang life, thug life, the streets. You know, I have no one to show me. I have no one to teach me. I learned, you know, in the streets the hard way. I learned what I picked up from friends, from older people in the neighborhood. The older guys. You just pick up what you learn what you pick up. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have that foundation. You don't have that stable family. You don't have that father figure at times to teach you these things. And sometimes our parents weren't aware of those things, or these things that we're talking about now. As far as the world, the way it's run, the way our true history went, and these politicians and their agendas. Like, a lot of times they were naive and they didn't know, so they weren't able to teach us. But those of us that are waking up and realizing the truths for what they are, and feel a certain type of way towards these injustices that are happening to our people, we need to speak up and make the other people that aren't aware. We need to make them aware. We need to speak up and talk about these things. We need action to happen so we could see change happen. Because if there's no action, there's not going to ever be some change. That's something to keep in mind. You know, so with that, I'm gonna cut this one right here, because I got to get back into my job. rain break is over. But I just wanted to take a few minutes to take advantage of the time that I had to share these thoughts with you and get you on board, with what, I meant to say, with what I feel, with what I think, with what I've learned, and what I know. And we need more people to speak about these things. We need more people to talk about God. We need more people to show their kids and to teach them right. We need more parents to teach their kids better, to keep them off the streets, to keep them out of that kind of gang life that a lot of us grew up in. You know, we need to we need to do better. We need to do better, especially for our kids. One love. God bless all.